We got a hero. We got a hero that's gonna save our lives. James Gunn has started his job as the co-chairman of DC. He's pretty much gonna be overseeing the whole entire media side of DC: films, TV shows, animated projects. He is the man right now, and the man is making some huge promises. So, apparently, a few days ago, they asked James Gunn, they interviewed him, and James Gunn tweeted. He tweeted a long creative weekend by reading many tweets from the DC fans. Now, James Gunn has made some bold promises stating that he is going to listen to the fans and that their voices will be heard and are being heard. These are some big promises because fans, we expect a lot from DC, especially now more than ever that DC is just in a constant state of flux right now. The whole media division of DC is just going crazy with the purchase of Time Warner from Discovery, and the new Discovery president canceling a lot of DC content. I mean, the Wonder Twins movie, the Batgirl movie, and a whole bunch of other WB properties like the Scooby-Doo sequel. All of those got canceled. And on top of that, Nexstar purchased the CW, and they have canceled a lot of their projects. Stargirl season 3 is Stargirl's last season. Stargirl got canceled. The Flash season 9 will be its final season when it airs. DC Legends of Tomorrow got canceled. What else got canceled? A few. Batwoman got canceled. Wow, so many got canceled. Naomi got canceled, but I don't think that was due to the buyout. I think that was canceled before the Nexstar merger was finalized, so I don't think Naomi counted. But yeah, a lot of DC properties are getting cut. Now, Superman and Lois is now in jeopardy. Nobody knows what's going to happen with that show because of everything that's going on with DC. But James Gunn says he's listening to the fans. And a lot of these tweets that I've been seeing on actually Twitter are mostly about DC Legends of Tomorrow. Save Legends of Tomorrow. And of course, hashtag release the Iron Cut, which is the 2016 Suicide Squad. They want that director's cut. I mean, the last time fans were heard, we got the Snyder Cut. So let's see if this David Ayer's cut becomes a thing. James Gunn said that majority of the requests were enthusiastic as well as respectful, blah, blah, blah. He explains that he wants to take his job seriously, but he also wants to move DC forward into the future, into this great new directive. I mean, James Gunn is just an awesome director, so if anybody could do it, he can, and hopefully he will bring DC back to its former glory. This is a direct quote from actually James Gunn explaining his sort of vision for DC. And let's begin. Although our ability to interact on Twitter has been lessened due to the workload of our new positions, we are listening and open to everything as we embark on this journey, and will continue to do so for the next few years. But all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU and telling the biggest stories ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. We invite all of the DC fandom from across the multiverse and everyone else as well into this new universe. We can't wait to reveal more. Now, this is cryptic as well as promising. Because it shows that James Gunn is taking his role seriously and that he's going to try to listen to the fans, but as well as carve a better future for actually DC. I mean, Zack Snyder's DC universe was a hit and miss for a lot of people. Not a miss for Snyder fans, but the DCEU as a whole was just, it was just a hodgepodge. It was just a mismatch of good movies and bad movies and everything else. The DC animated as well. The DCU animated universe, which was like a new 52 style, that was also hit and miss. You know, there was a lot of great things about it, but there was a lot of things that weren't so great about it. You know, the CW Arrowverse was another hit and miss. I mean, it started out great with Flash, Arrow, and DC Legends of Tomorrow, the big three, you know, had it all. But eventually that also started to die down due to poor writing, you know, poor season pacing, and so forth and so forth. So James Gunn, you know, he's very cautious about what he's saying, about what DC, you know, properties are going to be pushing forward and it's going to get a lot of attention. He's very cautious about that. He's not saying anything, rightfully so. But he's also trying to be optimistic and saying to fans that things will get better and we are listening to you. I think this is the first time somebody is actually trying to push DC into a single collective vision, because right now, with every purchase of Time Warner, I feel like the DC property gets more and more fractured. I mean, look at when Turner Broadcasting bought Warner Brothers, and then AT&T buying Time Warner. You know, this with the whole DC Universe streaming service that did not take off, you know, at the best front. And now HBO Max, you know, with AT&T bringing in HBO Max and merging the DC Universe with that was supposed to be now the new home for DC products. That didn't go over so well. And now that Discovery bought Warner Brothers and merging it, now there are talks of HBO Max shutting down and merging with Discovery Plus and merging into this new HBO Max Plus type service. Like, there hasn't been a unified structure for the DC property. Now is the time that James Gunn, now is the time for him to really try to unify this and work with these companies, work with Nexstar, work with Discovery to try to bring this back to a unified front, because DC is a very profitable property. It's a massive profitable property if done right. There's a lot of DC fans. I am a DC fan. You know, we support DC cold-heartedly. I mean, I watch Batwoman all 3 seasons. I watch DC Legends of Tomorrow. I watch Arrow. I watch Flash. I own all of the DC movies. You know, I'm subscribed to DC Universe for the comic books. I'm a diehard DC fan, so I will support DC. But there's only a limit because of all these fractures that has happened with DC over these last 10, 20 years. You know, and it's not getting any better, especially with all these cancellations that happen, all of the layoffs. So right now, I mean, you know, what's going to happen with Gotham Knights, you know, Justice U, what's going to happen with Superman and Lois now that Henry Cavill's back? All these things James Gunn needs to address at some point in time, but he has a lot of work. He has a lot of work on his hands, and he's going to need a lot of coffee to do it. A lot of coffee and do it. So I'm kind of happy that his Twitter activity is lessened, because that means that he's hard at work trying to rebuild the DC brand, and I'm for it, guys. I am all for it. So what do you think, guys? Do you think James Gunn, you know, could pull it off? Do you think it's going to be a long, hard road? That's what the comment sections are for. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those great stuff. Let's see what happens under James Gunn's leadership. You know, that's what happens. Imagine James Gunn and Jeff Johns coming together. Ooh, this is exciting times for DC. As always, guys, my name is Matthew Warbe, aka MWarbe001 for all you Instagram followers, and for all you PC gamers, I'm CoolHardy100 on Steam. Have an awesome day.